Oh, it's kind of scary up here. Good evening. So yes, my name is Sam Pilling, and as you can see, I like cats. I'm also a director at Pulse Films, and I'm known for making music videos for artists such as The Weeknd. It's not going to play. Yes. It's not playing. Shit. The old down key strikes again. Shit. Hey! Wasn't really worth it, but yeah, it's good to start, it's good to start right, and then it can all fuck up later. So, Jesus. So, J. Cole as well. Subtract. And Major Lazer. But today I'm going to talk to you about my latest video for DJ Shadow and Run the Jewels. So I'll play the video, and then I'll bore you with the details afterwards. Hopefully this actually works.
Thank you. Picture this, I'm a bag of dicks, put me to your lips. I am sick, I will punch a baby bear in his shit. Give me lip, I'ma send you to the yard. Get a stick, make a switch, I can end the conversation real quick. I am crack, I ain't lying, kick a lion in his crack. I'm the shit, I will fall off in your crib, take a shit. Hit your mama on the booty, kick your dog, fuck your bitch. That boy dressed up like he Santa and took pictures with your kids. We the best, we will cut a frowny face in your chest, little wench. I'm unmentionably fresh, I'm a mensch. Get correct, I will walk into a court while it wrecks, screaming, yes, I am guilty, motherfuckers, I am death. Hey, you wanna hear a good joke? Nobody speak, nobody get choked. Start pumping your bunions, I'm coming, I'm the dumbest. Who flamethrow your fuck shit to Funyuns. Flame your crew quicker than Trump fucks his youngest. Now face the flame fuckers, your fame and fate's going. I walk Charlie Brown, Peppermint, Patty, Linus, and Lucy. Put coke in the doobie, roll woolies to smoke with Snoopy. I still remain that dick rabbit slacker to spill the wookie. Cause the total of the toolie will murder you friggin' moolies. Fuck out of here, yeah. Nobody speak, nobody get choked, hey. Nobody speak, nobody get choked, hey. Nobody speak, nobody speak. Only facts, I will shoot up, baby duck if it quacks with a Ruger. Top billing, come cops and villainous shots is block shipped out and bought and y'all feeling it. LP killing it, killer Mike killing shit. What more can I say? We top billing it, valiant without villain it. Viciously found victory, burnt towns and villages, burning, looting and pillaging. Murderers try to hurt us, we curse them and all their children. I just want the bread and bologna bundles to tuck away. I don't work for free, I am barely giving a fuck away. So tell begging Johnny and mommy to get the fuck away. Hey, yo, here's a gun, son, now run, get it the gut away. Live to shoot another day. Nobody speak, nobody get choked. Nobody speak, nobody get choked. Nobody speak, nobody speak. Nobody speak, nobody
So the idea for the video kind of came about because of this guy. Well, actually, it was because of Killer Mike's hilarious lyrics about him. And for those that don't know what Killer Mike is referencing, it's this amazing bit of footage where Trump talks about parenting.
I don't think Ivanka would do that inside the magazine, although she does have a very nice figure. I've said that if Ivanka weren't my daughter, perhaps I'd be dating her. You know.
Stop it! Oh, it's so weird!
So the combination of these lyrics and the kind of battle rap nature of the track got me thinking, wouldn't it be funny if rap battles didn't look like this, but they look like this? And in fact, the more I thought about it, the more it seemed like political debates are actually quite similar to rap battles. You know, politicians go head to head trying to verbally assault and outwit each other using overly clever and complicated words. And then I thought, what if it didn't stop with words? And of course, truth is always stranger than fiction. And after a quick Google search, I found several examples of politicians beating the crap out of each other from all over the world. This particular one's from Turkey. And it obviously goes on. So thankfully, Shadow, Mike, and Elle all loved the idea for the video. So the next bit was kind of working out how we're actually going to make it fucking happen. So I cut together a little mood film to basically show everybody, give them a rough idea of what the video might look like.
Little wench, I'm unmentionably fresh, I'm a mensch. Yeah, correct, I will walk into a court while it wrecks, screaming, yes, I am guilty, motherfuckers, I am death. Hey, you wanna hear a good joke? Nobody speak, nobody get choked.
So making a mood film was actually an invaluable part of the production process, because it basically meant that I could kind of work out where the story beats were going to be, what shots I needed, how long each kind of moment or scene was going to last, and how it would all relate to the music. And that obviously informed the shot list that I wrote, as it gave me a clear idea of what I needed to shoot. Yet, it still didn't stop me writing over 40 shots for a one-day shoot, which, you know. So, from a visual perspective, House of Cards was obviously a big influence. And it's a great example of slick cinematography, great art direction, and obviously great acting. I was also influenced by the kind of muted grey-blue color palette of a lot of Roy Andersson's films. Now, I've always loved the famous climax in Sergio Leone's The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. And maybe because the track has a kind of almost like cowboy guitar riff to it, I really wanted my two political leaders to be filmed in a similar close-up way. And it really kind of emphasizes the tension between them right before it all kind of kicks off. So I started researching the way that fight scenes have been handled in different films over the years, taking inspiration from all sorts of films, from Mean Streets, 300, and even the recent Kingsman got a look in as well. And I wanted the wider shots to have quite a grand kind of tableau feeling to them, like old Renaissance paintings. Unfortunately, it's impossible to compete with the masters, but we sort of tried our best to give the scenes a really kind of like soft, painterly feel with the lighting. Another reference was obviously George Orwell's Animal Farm, and the rather memorable episode of Black Mirror, where the Prime Minister has to get involved with the pig. So the animals felt like an important part of the idea, basically to sort of help show that this like once formal, normal situation had got completely out of hand and become a complete shit show and a complete circus. I liked the chickens as a kind of way of subverting the well-known image of like the beautiful, elegant flying dove of peace. You know, the poor chickens flapping about wildly, not quite flying, and definitely not bringing any peace. So it felt like a nice kind of fuck you to peace in a weird way. For the end, I thought it would be funny if the American politician was attacked with his own flag. And I kind of wanted this moment to hint at the famous photograph of the American troops raising the flag in Iwo Jima. And then this more shocking image from the Boston bus riots in the 70s. So because the entire video was going to be set in one room, the location was kind of key. And what we were trying to do was basically recreate a United Nations meeting room, which is not really an easy task, especially on a music video budget. So we decided to film the video in Kiev. There it is there on the map. Basically because it has lots of old Soviet buildings that are grand and ornate, but also kind of like slightly drab and haven't really been sort of kept up very well. So I'd seen this old location of what is known as Ukraine Dom, or Ukraine House. And it looked like it could be a great option, except it didn't have any tables or chairs. So, thankfully, this location, which was another location in Kiev that we scouted, they let us use theirs for an undisclosed fee. And I did a little mock-up to see what the finished space might look like. Thankfully, thanks to Sergey, the amazing production designer, it looked a lot better than my mock-up. So the next section, the next kind of thing was casting. So we could only afford 14 principals, and in order to get like a good mix and a good balance between like great performances but also great fight sequences, we used a combination of actors and stunt actors. We kind of just assigned the flags to them to kind of, basically we were shooting in Ukraine. There's obviously an issue that we thought that maybe everybody would look very Ukrainian. So we wanted to make sure that there was actually enough diversity within the lead actors and that nobody was going to sort of, yeah. So that was kind of just to make sure it was all okay. So we had an extensive cast process and we got some really, really great actors. This guy, Oleg, absolute legend. However, needless to say, rapping whilst acting is not an easy task. And it's difficult enough if English is your first language, let alone your second or third.
Picture this. I'm a back of a dick.
Put me to your lips.
I am think.
I will punch and baby been in his shit.
Give me your lips.
I'ma send you to the yard. Get a stick.
Make switch.
I can't decoration a krill sweep.
I mean, they're fucking trying. I mean, it's not easy, right? But thankfully we met Ihor, who had an amazing look, was a great actor, and he spoke great English because he'd actually studied acting in England and America. However, he was so good that we actually had to fly somebody in from England last minute to play his political opposition.
Picture this, I'm a bag of dicks, put me to your lips, I am sick, I will punch a baby bear in this shit. Give me a lip, I'm gonna send you to the yard, get a stick, make a switch. I can end the conversation real quick.
I am fat. I'm shit. I'm swore up in your crib, shit, pet your mama on the booty, kick your dog, fuck your bitch. Fat boy dressed up like you Santa and took pictures with your kids.
So we had a rehearsal day before the shoot, where I basically spent the morning working with Ian and Ihor, going through the lyrics, and then sort of going through the particular like story beats, just the different emotions, and running through all that. And then in the afternoon, we worked with our stunt coordinator, Ilya, planning out the various fight scenes. So after all that, we actually had to film it. And one of the biggest considerations was the lighting. It's a fucking huge space. And anybody that sort of does any kind of camera work will know that to light that is relatively difficult. So because time was tight, we knew that using a balloon light was the best approach, so that we weren't constantly moving light stands in and out of shot for like the close moments or the wide moments. And then David, the director of photography, had the great idea of using wires so that we could kind of shimmy the balloon into different places relatively quickly to shape the light for like different close-up moments. There he is there waiting, so it wasn't that quick, but you know, we got it up there and in position. However, it was a long day. And as you can see, people took any opportunity they could to have a little kip. And it was, you know, I don't blame them. This is mid-take, and there's at least 3 people asleep. Not to mention the focus puller, who was also asleep. This guy's taking a picture of his mate, who's asleep. And even our lead actor was getting in on it. So the reason for all the sleeping was the lip sync. And despite our actors' best efforts, both of them experienced a few difficulties in the tongue-twisting lyrics. And we had to do several takes to get it right. The number will remain unknown. But we made a makeshift teleprompter to help our actors out. And I'm pretty sure that that bloke over there is also asleep. He's had enough. So, again, because of the time restrictions, we had to limit the number of dolly tracks that we laid in order to get movement on the shots. So we positioned 2 pieces of track in a sort of T-shape so that we could easily sort of lift the dolly off and switch between push-ins and kind of sideways tracks. So we actually had to build this platform out over the steps. And the reason was to get the sort of the epic wide, the opening shot, and all the kind of wide stuff of the fighting. We were on like an 18mm lens. It was the widest lens we had, and the stairs, it just wasn't going to cut it. So we had to bring it all the way back to get the wide. But the advantage of our sideways track was it meant that we could swing to a long lens and pick up the arguing sections where our politicians are arguing, and then we could come onto a wider lens, basically without moving the track, and capture wider shots of the fighting. So we kind of had to think like tactically with what we were doing. There he is there, Oleg, having a good leap. So after filming the wide shots, we filmed like the individual sort of scenes or moments within the fight handheld, so that we could get right in there as sort of feeling like we're part of the action, really. And thanks to the rehearsal day with Ilya, these fight sequences were actually sort of fairly painless for everybody involved. However, the animal moments were slightly more tricky. And in the industry, this technique is known as the chicken toss. Pretty good. So it's about 3 in the morning when we wrapped. Luckily, we found a local 24-hour bar and had a well-deserved drink or 6. And then we flew straight back to London and spent a week in a dark edit suite cutting the video together. Which basically brings me on to the final slide. Filmmaking is like an amazingly collaborative process and takes many people's trust, dedication, hard work, and talent just to make one video. So without all of these people, and probably many, many more, the video simply wouldn't have been able to happen. So in particular, I'd like to thank Arlene McGann, David Proctor, Sarah Park, Sarah Boardman, James Thornton, Marissa Clifford, and the pigs.